Hello guys, another live stream. Get these subscriptions bumped up. I'm just sat chilling. We're at an appointment. So only be a little bit quiet. A few shady bits and bobs going on of late. Noticed. Noticed everything me. Definitely something not right. I mean, it seems too good to be true. It usually is, isn't it? So I just picked something up that I might need, might not, who knows. But I'm not feeling the best mentally myself, to be honest. But that's what this channel's about, really. Getting awareness out to people. Proper awareness of not just drugs, mental health. They come intertwined with each other, don't they? You take drugs because you're mentally unwell, or you're feeling down, to perk you up. And then, the flip side, when you do take drugs, mental health is even worse. So you can't win, can you really, guys, some people? I've won, 'cause I'm a fucking winner. I've beat that fucking scruffy dust. I've beat it. It's a tough battle, but I've beat it in the end. It did take quite, it did take quite a long time for me to grasp it. I need to shave me, by the way. It did take a long time for me to grasp it, but better late than never, as they say. Always better later than never. I just keep myself to myself. Don't mix with nobody. That's the best way. You can't trust fucking no cunts in this life. Nobody. You know. Won't be long before I'm hopping around Europe, playing the guitar, bit of busking. Why not? Hop on a flight, like I did to Milan. Only £100 return. £106 return to get to Bergamo, which is like 48 miles east of central Milan, because they only do chartered flights going to Malpensa and Centrale. It's obviously central in English. Is a bit more expensive. Ryanair, wouldn't fly with Ryanair again if you paid for my ticket. The fucking turbulence on that plane, the fucking carpet on it was like an old pub. And when I went to Milan, I got back on the 24th of February. It wasn't the best experience, but what baffles me was it was freezing. It's more cold here at night than it is there. But then when the sun comes up in the morning, it's fucking roasting. I've been having a few bits and bobs as a bother just lately. Threats and all the rest of it. So I've prepped myself, but I'm not going to let my mental health dip. No way. I'm not going to let it dip for nobody. People always look to blame other people for their misdemeanors, or misfortune, should I say. And at the end of the day, you've got to accept responsibility and accountability for things that happen. But when you've not done anything, you don't expect to be blamed for things, you know. Everybody's got feelings. You know, when you come off drugs, your feelings come back 50-fold. You know, when you're on opiates, you end up, you know, just a mad thing could happen and you wouldn't cry. But you just got to stick with it, you know, stick with the program. I keep saying, anything easy to get or have or doing isn't worth having, getting or doing. It's the difficult things in life that you want. They won't be difficult to get, would they? If it was worthless. I mean, let's have it right. This is only going to be quite a short life. I'm waiting for an appointment, but I've got loads of data, but I need Wi-Fi really, just to speed up the upload process. But I've got less than 70 subscribers, but I will get there. You know, certain people, when they tell lies, you gotta understand what they're lying for. You know, they say, if people's gossiping around the table, when you get up and leave, you're the next topic, the next subject. And it's right, you know. Spot on. But, you know, it's hard enough, life's hard enough as it is, without all this fucking bollocks going on. Cough, bell end. Yeah, so I'm fine. I'm in good spirits, but you know, at the same time, I'm going through a bad time. You know, I'm not scared to admit that. You know, I want this channel to help other people to come out with their mental health, because it's vastly underfunded in this country. Vastly, wholly incompetent, and it is massively incompetent. But you know, you got to take the hand you dealt these days. Well, I've been unlucky in my life at times, and been in the wrong place at the wrong fucking time. But that's just me, and I always put it down to karma, me. The bad things I've done in my life. What's happening, Dan? How are you, lad? Listen, I'm sorry about going on, mate, but, you know, I don't even think I'm not even too sure that you know what has actually happened. I'm not going into it live on YouTube. It's not the type of subject to spread across the world. But when people come on trolling, you've got no choice but to defend yourself. No different than if it was physical. You've got to defend yourself to the best of your ability. You know, you really have. But at the end of the day, you know, people will make their own mind up, and sometimes nothing will change that. You know, it's about mental strength. When there's a course in jail called the sycamore tree, and a part of it that's called the ripple effect. So when you drop a stone in the water, in a lake or in a pond or in any water, and it ripples off, rings everywhere. Well, that's layers. So if you're on drugs, it doesn't just affect you, it affects the people around you as well. You know, your family, your friends, your partner, whatever. But Sunday I want to share him on here, and I'm going to share that person live, but I can't do it just yet. I won't say why, but I just can't. I'll tell you what, boy am I going to. And I'm going to raise a few eyebrows. And some people are going to feel quite silly. You know, some people are going to feel quite silly that it was drawn in by such a pathetic shout. Talk about giving statements. That's all I'll say for now. But, you know, it says there's only one person here, but there's more than that. It's like, I think it was this guy here, Dan. He said it's like a bug. You know, I don't hide where I live. Got no need to. I've got nothing there. There's only me there. You know, but you can protect yourself in your own home. Somebody comes to your home. Categorically, you can protect yourself by any means. They say not excessive force. I say by any means necessary. Not that it should, and I would wish it to come to that. But if it ever did, you know, I'm ready. But this is the mental health channel and drug awareness channel. And eventually once I've got the right amount of subscribers, because if you get subscribers off every live, only maybe 1, 2 or 3, but the more you do, the more hours you put in, the quicker your channel grows. You know, I'm just like I said, I'm waiting for the SIM card to come from the old channel. I had nearly 2,000 views, was monetised and everything. There's still money in the, there's still nearly $600 in the buy me a coffee account. I could probably change it. Somebody told me you can just change it and add it to this. But I think you can only have one account, so that's the reason why you can change it. But I just want peace with it. I don't help myself sometimes, I'll be honest. I don't help myself sometimes when I start going off on one. Like I've never been on here drunk, have I? Yet. And it won't happen like I done on the last one. You know, you don't come on live streaming drunk. Because everybody opens a trap when they're drunk, says things they don't mean, and all the rest of it. But, you know, like, I've got a NordVPN set up on this. But that Discord and that WhatsApp.com, there's no such thing as WhatsApp.com. There's no such thing as WhatsApp UK either. I spotted that. WhatsApp is the name, nothing else. Just WhatsApp. So I'm hoping they can't clip the videos because I've got it where you can't clip them like people used to on the other channel. But Dan, I don't know if you're a hater or not, mate, but that little emoji counts as an interaction. Do you know what I mean? So, thank you. We've been up all night as all night. And a few hours this morning, like, don't get me wrong. But, yeah. It's a bit, how can I say it? Just a difficult period. That's all I can say. Nice one for them love hearts, lads. Like I said, they go down as interactions and help the channel when you do them. People do them taking the piss sometimes, but they do help the algorithm of the channel. Yeah, it's a bog standard channel now, because I'm only building it. But imagine when I'm sat underneath the Eiffel Tower, filming a live, or the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy, filming a live. As soon as this gets monetized, and I get super chats and super thanks, and buy me coffees, like I got on my last one. I've got the GoPro camera, as you're aware, because I know there's many people sat in the background without pressing the watch button, but they're still classic views anyway. Little do they know. If you don't want to support or contribute to this little chat forum, it's going to be, but it's just now I'm going through a couple of little personal things that I shouldn't be going through 5-6 years on, but you know, it lasts a lifetime for other people. It lasts a lifetime for fucking me. Traumatic, absolutely traumatic, but you know, you can only fight your corner so much on a moralistic way, but nobody's got the moral high ground, especially not that one individual, to go around giving like kind of false information. Do you know what I mean? But we'll see. I'm gonna have a nice double Mexican burger or a big kebab soon. I'm not eating today. I only have one meal a day, mate. I don't even eat breakfast. I have plenty of fluids, but I don't eat breakfast. I'm 91.7 kilograms. I got weighed this morning. And I want to be around 80 kg. So I've got a bit to lose yet, but I'll get it. And it won't be through stress neither, because I refuse to be stressed. I refuse to be stressed these days. I've got a lot to be stressed about. Well, not a lot, but one particular thing. But I'm not going to let it stop me from streaming. I'm not going to let it stop me from doing this and that and the other. You know, I'm going to do it. Next week, I'll be thingamajig. I'll be going around the UK. I've never said he was, Dan. Just sometimes, you know, you don't know who you're speaking to, do you, really, don't you? And you have dropped a couple of mad comments, but when you mention the IQ, certain other people wouldn't have a clue what that was, and you were straight on it. So that alone says that you're not a hater. I think, in my humble opinion. But right, I'm going to finish my live. I'll take care, guys.